That is the Team USA Women's Olympic Hockey team who took home silver in Beijing. We're very excited to have Amanda Kessel join us in studio. Not the first time appearing on this show. We consider you like friend of the show status now. So we drop your name. We tell people we know you. Maybe I've tried to get into restaurants using your name. I mean, I can't confirm or deny. I'm here with Amanda Kessel. But we're excited to have you here. Welcome back. When did you get back from overseas?
About a week ago, and I'm still feeling time adjustment. It's like 7, 8 p.m. and I'm ready for bed.
So if our show was on at 8 a.m., you probably wouldn't be. You'd be calling in instead of being here in person.
Yes.
Or asleep.
Or asleep.
Actually, 8 a.m. you still might feel good, right? Yeah.
It might.
It's how was the experience overall? I mean, it was different time zones, obviously here. We saw some of it, but how was it for you guys?
You know, I had an amazing time. Like, obviously disappointing not being able to bring back the gold medal for the U.S., but overall everything was great. I had a fun room, so you kind of hang out with your roommates all the time, and in an apartment, and then we were able to go to other events, and so we really enjoyed everything about the experience.
Did you get to go anywhere? Because I mean, it's such a different year with the COVID restrictions, no fans in the venue, or very few. Could you get around at all and see anything, or were you pretty much locked in?
You were locked in.
Locked in. All right.
It was
how exciting! Locked in. Okay.
Well, you know, on that note, I'll ask you about the games, because we look forward to USA versus Canada anytime you guys play. It's one of the best hockey products you can watch as a hockey fan. And with no fans, I have to imagine as players, did it take away a little bit of that energy boost not having a packed house full of fans, cheering you guys on in big moments?
It definitely was different, like especially for us when we're not used to having big crowds. And at the Olympics is the one time that you can kind of guarantee that you're going to get a full rink. And to not have it, it definitely was a bummer.
You've played the Canadian team so much, right? I mean, you know them so well. Is there a comfort almost in that, or is it extra stress when having played them so much?
I think it's a comfort. You know what defenseman is going to lay down, or what they're doing on the PK, and it's kind of whoever executes it better in that game. But it's kind of fun to play the same team over and over.
Now, we were just talking prior to starting here. You guys did suffer a pretty big loss at the start of the tournament. Brianna Decker getting injured in the first game. Give us again the impact, because listen, it's one, you get in a short tournament, you can always still win. I don't want to sit here and make excuses. You have a great team, you have a lot of great players, but she was such an important piece of the puzzle. How did it change the mix for your team? Yeah,
that was, irreplaceable there. One of the best,
center, right?
Yeah, center, somebody that's going to eat up a lot of the minutes, and not only does she impact the score sheet offensively, but defensively, she plays everything, penalty kill. She's out at the end of a game, and so that really, it did hurt us. You can win, but your chances aren't as great losing your #1 center.
Yeah, tough.
Well, we're going to get another installment of Team USA versus Team Canada coming up here March 12th next week in Pittsburgh. Here's the tweet from the Pittsburgh Penguins. The best of women's hockey is coming to Pittsburgh from Beijing to the Berg, and ready for a rivalry rematch. So you've got another big game coming up here a week from Saturday.
And a lot of fans.
And lots of fans.
Yeah.
So as you go into that game, what can you take away from the game in Beijing and apply to this one to try to, get the upper hand on my Canadians?
I mean, it's interesting, right? Because we don't usually do this. It's like after the Olympics, you maybe not see Canada for another close to a year.
Do you think it'll be emotional?
I think once the game time comes, everybody's trying to play it cool, it's close after the Olympics, but I think there'll be a lot of emotions when it comes to game time.
Abby Rock, what did she say the other day when we had her on? She goes, I think hands might fly.
That's right.
Abby's will. Abby's will be flying. Yeah, you gotta have that.
That's outstanding. So how do you go about training right now? I know you're, not a re-emerging, but you're getting back into the the time zone here, and are you, you going to be able to get a few days together in Pitt before the game? What do you guys do for that?
Nope, we're on our own, and right now I'm doing the elliptical and the rowing machine. I'm changing it up.
EJ and I.
No, I actually am not. I actually am not, unfortunately.
I was watching Jackie's workouts.
Oh,
trying to do
gosh.
Yeah, there you go.
That's advice no one should follow. But
Hey.
So no skating as a team until you get to Pittsburgh.
Nope, we'll show up and we'll be ready to go.
Awesome. Love it.
So let me ask you, I guess I'll ask you the big question, right? Because you've been at 3 previous Olympics, and that's a big commitment. 2026. Do you have, I mean, you probably can't even know at this point, right?
I mean, after losing, it's like, you're just chomping at the bit to kind of
Yeah.
get back. It is tough because it's another 4 years, so just kind of coming down still from this Olympics and the whirlwind, and I'll figure it out from there.
Yeah.
You still get the same butterflies going into the Olympics each time as you did the first time you went?
I think so, especially like with the youth, like seeing them. Like I'm just so excited for them to get all their gear and go to opening ceremonies, and I hope that, you know, they had a great experience the same as I did.
There's a great video of a fan of yours, a young fan, where she had a sign and she was like, "You're still my favorite player," and like, "Go Team USA," which was super adorable. And you guys have such an impact, right, on young girls and boys that want to play hockey, that want to represent their country at an Olympic Games one day. And I have to imagine what you said about not winning gold probably makes you, if maybe you were thinking if you won gold, you go out on top, and it's like this is a great, you know, finish to the story. But now I can see you, and I feel like you're super competitive, and you want to get back there, and you want to take that gold back, and then you can maybe contemplate. But I know it's far away, and I'm sort of rambling here to get to my question. But, you know, leading up to the Olympics and even during the Olympics, there was more than one person in media who made the statement that women's hockey shouldn't be at the Olympics. And I hated that, and it still bothers me that in 2022 there were full articles written with that very notion. As a player, you know, what do you have to say to people that say those things after everything that you guys have done to grow the game over the 20 years since women's hockey entered the Olympics?
It's a little disheartening, but it's, you know, watch us, you know, watch a game and see how interesting it is. And like the numbers don't lie, like the viewership of our gold medal game, and that's about as much as we get on TV. So I think if we're a little bit more visible, we gain, you know, more fans and more eyes on us all the time.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. I mean, that was, you know, people write these stories sometimes, or they get on television, and people say a lot of dumb
Clickbait.
things. I mean, like, we're here talking 2 hours a day.
I was so happy though when the numbers came out after the gold medal game, because all that stuff happened before, and then the numbers come out, and it's like, ha.
Yeah, see, I guess the point is that, like, Canada and the U.S. have been so far better, but, like, you know what? Some of these other programs, and you could attest to it, are getting better, right?
Oh, it's tough. Like, it's
Yeah.
getting better every single year. Like, these other countries are getting really, really good, and it wasn't easy for us to make the finals this year.
Yeah,
Is there a country that's, you know, being on the ice and watching on TV are two different things. Is there a country that might still be here, but you can feel like they're making more progress than others, that they're tougher for you guys to play against?
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, Finland is always, like, up there, but one that I think surprised us in the quarterfinals was Czech. We had never seen them before, and they were a really, really good team. So I have a lot of faith that they're going to be even better in the future.
I'm going to ask you about your gig with the Rangers. Why don't you let the viewers know about that? Because, you know, you represent the Team USA. You're one of the best female hockey players ever, but you're still doing other things. What's going on with you and the Rangers?
Yeah, it's just another thing. It's like if you can see it, you can be it, and that's kind of how I got started in my journey, was being able to see a few Olympians, and whether it was just saying hi or getting an autograph from them, I wanted to be them when I was older. So if I'm able to give back and, you know, inspire a kid here or there, that makes it all worth it.
How old were you when you knew that you were pretty good? How old were you? Meaning, because, you know, you see a lot of kids starting, and they're not great, but part of being a young kid is you just play and you go. But how old did you know that you were pretty good?
Maybe like when I was a squirt and I was playing these boys and skating around them a little bit.
You were on a boys team and you were the best player.
I'm sure you've talked about this. How old were you playing with the boys until when? When did you go with that?
Until I was 15 years old. I played through Bantam Major, and it was kind of probably maybe could have played another year, but they were starting to get a little bit bigger, and I hadn't played girls hockey yet, so I needed to make the transition, and so I did that as a freshman in high school at Shattuck.
Awesome.
Very nice. Very nice. You know, your family is very well accomplished athletically. You know about your brother Phil, obviously what you've done, 3 Olympics, gold medalist. You have another member of your family, though, your sister, and she's coaching at Princeton?
My sister-in-law is a coach at Princeton. Yep.
All right.
So she had
Give us the
coach there.
background on that, because that's interesting to me.
It is. It's really cool. She actually played on Canada.
Oh, wow.
So we
Maybe
played
we should
against
pass over that. What's her name?
Courtney Burchard.
Okay.
Courtney Kessel now, actually. So we got
Okay.
another
There you
Kessel.
go. All right.
Kessel at Princeton. Didn't think that I'd say that.
Yeah.
All right. Have we
Right.
shown off the medal? I mean, you have the
Yeah.
silver medal here. I know you wanted gold, but
That's-
silver is still very good.
I tell you, it's heavy, too.
It's a cool medal.
It really is. I was looking at it. It's really a pretty cool medal.
It is
I
a nice
mean,
medal.
I mean, really, that's, you know, I just want to, I don't like to always speak for people because, like, I have enough trouble speaking for myself. But I will speak for, I think, for us here and for the fans of women's hockey and really American citizens. You and your teammates over the years have represented this country so well, and
You're the best.
I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. Because-
Proud of you guys.
Because it really is. It's hard. 4 years, you don't get the support. You're not a pro league, and you got to go through a lot. And I'm just proud of you guys.
You're going to make me
I'm starting to tear up there, too. All right.
You guys are the best of what he's saying is the best of what hockey and
That's right.
representing the
It really
country is
is.
about.
It
You
really
guys should be
is.
very proud
Means
of
a
that.
lot.
Really proud of you.
Thank
You guys deserve every ounce of attention and success that you get, and hopefully more to come. So good luck. Not too
Yes.
much good luck on the game.
Well, can we
Good
break-
luck.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, now that I know Amanda and we see her like
Yeah.
all the time, it was hard for me to watch the gold medal game. It really was. It
don't
was
get
very
soft on
difficult.
us.
Listen, I'm already crying because of
I
you,
know,
so,
yeah.
Amanda, thank you for
Hey, how's
coming
the
in.
dog?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
my
great.
dog is amazing.
All right.
Any scoop on your brother? Where is he? I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
do
just
you have any for me? Like, I'm
yeah,
wondering
yeah,
the same thing. I was reading articles this morning.
trying to bring it back.
You're like, just tell me. Give me a hint.
Owen.
I don't know where. Like,
Oh, it's too funny. Well, listen,
Good
we
stuff.
appreciate you
All
coming
right.
in. Swing by anytime
Yes.
to hang out with us. We love having you on the show. And
Good luck in Pittsburgh. Even it up.
Good
yeah,
luck
thank
in
you guys.
Pitt.
And
Let's
this might be
appreciate
And you know,
Yep,
if you
watch
don't
out for
want to
the
go to
fifth.
the next Olympic Games, like, we can watch together. And then, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
You're not doing that with the Canadian players. You're not saying, no, if you don't want to go.
exactly.
Watch. We need
I
her.
need the good players for Canada to go. I need the good U.S. players
I was going to tell
back.
that to Philip Poulin. I'm going to say, why don't you stay home? We can watch the game. It's a conference.
Yeah, can you-
I'll go to Chili's. I'll get some buffalo wings. It'll be fun.
Listen, there's a show. Kessel and watch the game together. All right, we're going off the rails. But Amanda, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.